Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Racha Hakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, from whom I learned this truth. Shalom to all the hopeful elect out there. All right, so this is breaking news, man. Uh, you know, as the brothers have pointed out in the past, all right, these devils are making laws, passing laws to single out, you know, those who are teaching the 100% truth of this word. All right, they've already singled out the so-called black man here in America. I believe there was a comment made a while back by somebody on the news. The brothers brought it out. They said how these JEWs over there in Israel, the fake JEWs, all right, which are really Edomites, were saying how the biggest problem in America is the so-called black man, right? Well, in their words, they say the African American or something like that. All right, so they've been singling out Jake, and then they passed a law not too long ago about how anyone, or they're trying to pass laws that anybody that speaks against the JEWs will also be labeled as a T. All right, well, here it is. Now they're taking it a step further and singling out the Northern Kingdom. All right, because the stage has to be set for all these, civil wars, and for Esau to go ahead and basically have the green light to attack us who fear the Lord. They have to single us out, and that's how they're gonna do it, man. So this is the title of the video. It says it's official. Hispanics are now labeled as T. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and play part of the video, and we'll go from there.
The state of Oklahoma just passed a bill that labels Hispanics as a threat to the state, and any Hispanic right now is fearing for their life. Hello, welcome back to our channel. Now, the recent legislation passed in Oklahoma has caused significant distress among the Hispanic community, as they are now unfairly labeled as a threat to the state. Under this bill, Hispanics could be held accountable for gang-related crimes and activities deemed threatening. Many Hispanics are expressing frustration and seeking to raise awareness in hopes of amending this discriminatory legislation. Moreover, questions arise about why is it only Hispanics that are targeted as threats when individuals from other racial backgrounds also engage in alarming behavior. Now, we've lined up some reaction.
Well, right there, they're asking why is it the so-called Hispanics? Well, the reason is because the so-called Hispanics are the Israelites, man. Just like the so-called black men here in America is also part of the Israelites and the Native Americans, man. So the Southern Kingdom consists of Judah, which is the Negroes, um, which is the so-called African Americans, so-called Haitians, all right, so-called I forgot what the other one was, but yeah, the Northern Kingdom is Hispanics, Native Americans, right? So basically, um, you know, they singling out the Northern Kingdom, man, because really, well, and really they're not singling them out because they're attacking Judah just as hard. But what they're doing is one law at a time, one, you know, grieving one grievous law at a time. They're basically setting the stage for the whole world to attack the Israelites, the true Israelites, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, which that's why the scriptures call the so-called Great Tribulation. The real name for it is Jacob's trouble. All right, and who's Jacob? Israel. Who's Israel? The Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. So this is the time of our greatest trouble, which is going to be coming up. Okay, but the elect will be saved out of it. So this is really the trouble for you 2/3, man. So you 2/3 that are watching, hey, you're not gonna repent anyway. But those who are not in the truth, now's your time to repent. All right, because the Lord is still sealing the elect out there. Um, so basically, yeah, they trying to basically give everybody the green light, the legal green light to attack us, man. That's literally what they're doing, man. Right? They already got these so-called white people riled up because of the, you know, all the shit they're talking, all the accusations against so-called black men here in America, saying, "Oh, they're stealing, they're destroying these stores, or look at their neighborhoods." When really it's the so-called white man who did all that, and then they point the finger at us, right? They're the ones putting drugs and guns in the hood, just like they did with barbecue, man. Y'all saw the pendant. These are the people ordaining all these things, man. The wicked, evil elite of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They're the ones who are orchestrating all the crime in black neighborhoods, and they also orchestrate all these cartels in the Hispanic countries, man. All right, why do you think all these Hispanic countries are destroyed, man? Just like the hoods are destroyed, because these devils have their tentacles everywhere. All right, you even got the heathen countries over there getting fucked up to the point where the heathen want to go to war with Esau, man. So everybody on earth knows this man is the problem. And he knows his time is short, so he wants to come down with great, great wrath, Yasharallah. Great wrath he wants to come down on us, and you can see he's setting the stage for, to bring violence on us.
From the Hispanic community so that we may be guided through these murky waters. If you're ready to have this conversation with us, please show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel. Now, let's get started. So this is horrible. A Republican lawmaker in Oklahoma introduced a bill to label Hispanics as this is Bill HB 3133, which puts any member of a street gang or anybody who has gang-related activities as also puts any person who is of Hispanic descent living within the state of Oklahoma as a well, check this out. If you're Hispanic and are in Oklahoma, you will have your assets, your property, your vehicles, and your money taken from you. Do you understand this is the colonist playbook, right? They're calling Hispanic the same way they would call indigenous people savages as a way to justify stealing their land and their property from them.
You see, and that's true right there, what he's saying, talking about how they took this land from the Native American Indians, is they make shit up, and then they use that shit they made up to justify what they're about to do. So, every time they put out a video of Jake stealing in these Walmarts, and they're like, "Oh, see, the African Americans or the Hispanics, the migrants, and why do you think they brought all these migrants in here? It's basically so they can have an excuse. I mean, it's multifold, but one of the reasons is so they can have an excuse to attack Hispanics who are already here, man. All right, so who's gonna know the difference between somebody that's undocumented and somebody who's documented? We all look the same, man. You so-called Hispanics all look the same, right? Right? And I mean that, in a respectful way, man. As a Hispanic, we do look alike, but just because I have documents, I'm not gonna look any different than somebody that doesn't have documents. Is what I'm, you know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, it's simple as day, man. If you can't see it, the Lord ain't with you, man. They're singling us out, right? Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. They're singling us out in order to attack us, all right? And they really want to get their hands on those who fear the Lord, all right? Which, yeah, some of us will have to be martyred for the testimony of Yahweh Shai. But at the end, we're going to rise first. Those of us that end up dying for this truth, we're going to be the first ones, resurrected. All right? And that's a beautiful thing, man. All right? The rest of us, the Lord's going to preserve us, and we're going to basically laugh in the face of these devils during the time of Jacob's trouble, man, because the Lord is going to preserve his elect. And there's nothing that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, can do about it. And there's nothing any of these other nations or these 2/3 can do about it, man. The elect will be preserved. All right. But as for you 2/3, man, whoo, it would suck to be you during this time, man, because they're getting ready to unleash all hell on you tribes, man.
And after getting backlash for this bill, Humphrey responded with, I apologize for using the word Hispanic, but I was not wrong. Again, these are Hispanic. Reality is they are Hispanic. There's nothing to be ashamed with. What are you talking about? There is no shame with being Hispanic at all. There should be shame with the kind of bills you're producing. And then you try to say, okay, I won't use the language Hispanic, but I'll use the language undocumented, blank, or something like that. You know, those two terms are not interchangeable, right? Not all Hispanic people are undocumented, and not all undocumented people are Hispanic. But just pay attention to this.
And this is the funny thing, man. A lot of you 2/3 out there, and you people in this world, you know, you get all hyped up and surprised when they put out laws like this, and you think that this, governor or whoever put it into law, you think that that he doesn't know the difference between Hispanic and undocumented. He damn well, you can bet your ass that he knows the difference. All right. Think about it for a minute, Jake. All right, get a little bit uncomfortable and realize that they hate our guts to this day. The same people that colonize us are so-called colonized, right? Because, really, Esau Edom is the damn ape, if you think about it. The so-called white people out here are the real monkeys. All right? Let's watch the rest of this, and then we're going to get some precepts real quick.
Republicans are now pushing to call any Hispanic person or any undocumented person a terrorist.
Let's talk about Republicans J.J. Humphrey's incredibly rich bill. Reading this article's title and analyzing the verbiage of the bill, which you can pause to read, I can already infer what the defense for this outrageously raised bill is going to be. Let me fully get out of the way so you can pause to read. That's literally the entire bill. The way they're going to defend this is by saying that they are only calling Hispanic gang members, only the gang members. But you have to ask yourself, why Hispanic at all? Why not every gang member? But if you look at America's history, it's not that hard to decipher. Let's use the new Jim Crow for reference by Michelle Alexander, starting on page 255, but the part I really want to show you, page 256 and 257. For reference, the movement she's speaking of here is a movement against drunk driving. Media coverage of the movement peaked in 1988 when a drunk driver traveling a wrong way in
And we can kind of go over the rest later here, or if you want to watch that video on your own, you're free to do so. But here's the bill that they're talking about, which is House Bill 3133. And we can go down, and it says, a new section of law to be codified in the Oklahoma statutes as section 1268.9 of Title 21, unless there is created a duplication in numbering, reads as follows. Any person who is of Hispanic descent living within the state of Oklahoma. Boom, right there. You see? And it's that simple, Yashua. We've been telling you all this time. All they have to do is pass a bill, and your whole world could be changed, man. So don't think just because everything looks chill right now that things aren't about to change, man. All right? Things have already been speeding up since the beginning of 2024, all right? And now after the Passover, things are speeding up even more. All right? Then you got that eclipse coming up. This is the second part. It says, is a member of a criminal street gang as such term is defined as subsequent section F, subsection 856 of Title 21 of the Oklahoma statutes. And so see right there, they don't include that. So you got to look that up for yourself and see, well, what does that mean? See? And then through their sneaky, sly language, basically, they can include anybody who's in this truth, man. It's not hard, And like we said before, man, like we said before, if you speak against those JEWs, the ish people, you're labeled as a T. So if you're a so-called Hispanic and you speak against those people, you best believe your ass is going to be in big trouble. That's what they're trying to tell you, man. All right? The third part says has been convicted of a gang-related offense enumerated in paragraphs 1 through 16 of subsection F of section 856 of Title 21 of the Oklahoma Statutes. Shall be deemed to have committed an act of T, such term is defined in section blah 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 blah. So we can go through that another time. But boom, right there, you got the meat of it. You see? And hey, this is Bible prophecy, man. And we're gonna get the precepts in a moment. Of course, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai ordains all things on the right hand side and on the left hand side. And this is all part of our boot camp. We're being tried as gold is in the fire, man. All right. And the time of Jacob's trouble is going to be, an intense trial period. All right. But remember, at that time, that's when we're going to be delivered from Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wicked ass rulership, man. You already got in Russia, they revealed to the world that the so-called, or that the apostles and Yahushai is a so-called black man. So right there, the whole world already knows who the Israelites are, man. And so, they've already been attacking the tribe of Judah, right? And now they're attacking the tribe of Ephraim, all right? Because they know we're all together, man. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites, man. All right, and then, like I said before, these cartels. All right, look, it says here, narconomics, how the drug cartels operate like Walmart and McDonald's, right? Because the same people that own Walmart and McDonald's are the real owners, the people who created these disgusting places. Also, and because Walmart sells a bunch of bullshit, but really I was talking about McDonald's because they got that unhealthy ass food. But the point is that they ordain and write laws to create this crime so they can accuse us. You see? Let's get that scripture that says the accuser has been cast down. Okay, that's the same thing they do in the hood. Why do you think they have these secret societies, and you got people like P. Diddy, who's a complete Mo, and they got people like that pushing Moism and gang banging and drug dealing to the black youth. Why? So that they can accuse. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Who's the accuser? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. It says, which accused them before our power day and night. See? So, boom, right there. That's the accuser. And he doesn't do it just to accuse. Of course, they got that pact, Psalms 83, with the other nations to keep Israel down in a low state. And while we're down in a low state, they're accusing us day and night. They're the ones murdering everyone, but then they put their spirit on us through their music. And that's black music is really white man music for the black man, if you think about it. All right, because it's all rapping about, all this wicked shit, man. And there's Israelites out there who write constructive music, but that shit never gets any hits. Right? Because they control all the algorithms, man. But yeah, so I just wanted to go over some precepts, because basically against Israel is going to come a great insurrection, and that's written in the book of 2nd Esdras. Chapter 16. We'll start verse 68. And it reads, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. Okay? And this is where those concentration camps come in, man. A lot of us are going to be thrown in those concentration camps, and, they're going to try to force that MOTB on you, man. Because one way they could do it is they could say, oh, well, we don't know who's documented, who's undocumented, because you're a Hispanic, so we gotta track you and make sure that you're actually documented. You never know, man. Maybe a database gets hacked, and they could blame that on some other country, or maybe there's a power outage. All right, and then they gotta you know put the MOTB first and foremost on Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. Just like they did with the jump shot, man. They targeted our people first, man. This is how they do it. All right, that thing offered unto idols is the MOTB. Let's go to verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. So again, everybody that takes the MOTB, you're going to be utterly destroyed by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection. What's the word insurrection? What does that mean? Let's get it. It means a violent uprising against an authority or government. All right, but in this case, it's upon those that fear the Lord. Who fears the Lord? The remnant of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians who are in this truth. We're the ones who fear the Lord, man. So they're going to, basically try to target us, man. Which is what we've been saying all along, man. And of course, the famine of the word is looming. Okay, because they could just blame it on a cyber attack or whatever. And all of that is being talked about right about now. All right, so the doors of mercy are closing, Yasharallah. This is a call to repentance, man. Verse 71, they shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling, which means to rob. Okay. Diminish or destroy the value or quality of, right? And it also goes into robbing somebody, okay? But still robbing and destroying those that fear the Lord, right? Because they're still doing it to this day, man. Every time we go to work, we're the last ones hired or the first ones fired, and we're the ones doing all the work usually. The Edomites over there taking extra long breaks, coming in late, leaving early, entitled as all hell, getting paid more. All right, but we gotta walk like we got a stick up our ass to keep our job, man. It's fucking robbery, man. And you Edomites have hell to pay, man. Don't think that all this shit you're doing, you're just gonna get away with it, man. Yeah, you're gonna have one last powwow in Jacob's trouble, man, but we're gonna fuck you up once it's all said and done. You better believe it, man. All right, you better believe it. All right, verse 72, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. You see? So, they're starting to give hints right now. Who are the chosen, man? They've been singling us out for a long time. All right, us Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they've been singling us all out. Let's go to verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand. What is the days of trouble? Jacob's trouble, man. Spoken of in the book of Jeremiah. It says, but I will deliver you from the same. So, hey, Yasharallah, we ain't got nothing to worry about. All right, those of you in this truth, all right, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing out videos. Keeping the laws to the best of your abilities, having faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, having faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, having faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because that's what's going to get us through Jacob's trouble. All right, calling upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and having faith in him, man. All right, we don't know exactly how it's all going to play out. I mean, we know pretty much what's going to happen, but we don't know how exactly, the Lord's going to preserve us. But we just got to have faith that he's going to do it. All right? Have faith and keep obeying him to the very end, man. Resist. Have faith. All right? Resist the MOTB and have faith, man. That's all we got to do, man. And we're going to see the downfall of our enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the red devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? So let's go to, let's get Jeremiah. 30, verse 4. It says, and these are the words that Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. So see how it makes that distinction, because, ever since the time of King Solomon, the kingdom of Israel split in two. You had Judah and Ephraim, all right, which Ephraim sometimes is referred to as Israel or Joseph, okay? So you got Judah, which is the southern kingdom, the Negroid tribes, all right, the so-called black men, and then you have the Israel, which is the Ephraimites, which are the Hispanic tribes, the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. Okay, so it makes that distinction, right? But it also says in these last days that we come together, which we have in this truth. In this truth, we know that Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, we're all family. Okay, and that's how we came back together, pursuant to the to that prophecy. I forgot where it was. We're gonna get that next, Lord willing. It says he'll take the stick of Judah and the stick of Ephraim and make them one stick in his hand. So let's read this and then we'll get to that. It says, and these are the words that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Does a man give birth? All right. Rhetorical question. Of course a man doesn't give birth. Wherefore, which means why, do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces turned into paleness? You see, this is going to be a time of great fear. All right, men, grown-ass men are going to be terrified, petrified like women, man. Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So you see, the so-called white man is going to come up against us with great wrath, but the Lord's going to raise up that standard, man. Some of us are going to get spiritual powers, all right? And the Lord is gonna fight against this damn devil for us, man. The Lord's gonna defend us, man, the remnant. All right, now, of course, we still in hell. We still gotta, push through until the end. It ain't all said and done yet. All right? But during the time of Jacob's trouble, man, it's all about faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And that's what's getting ready to happen, man. All hell breaks loose. You best believe they're gonna be targeting us, the Israelites. Especially those of us who are in this truth, but they're not going to be able to do anything to us. You see, and even if they martyr some of us, it don't matter, because the Lord's going to give us the strength to do it. And when we come back, we're going to fuck Esau up. All right, but you 2/3, you're going to fall victim to Esau. All right, let's get Revelation. This is 2, verse 9. And it reads... Bear with me, Yasharala. The internet's acting like ass right about now. You see that, Yasharala? Perfect example of Esau Edom, the damn devil. Fucking around. Let's just redo it. Should be able to work. Don't matter, Yasharala. You know what? Let me get it in my paper Bible. See? That's why we got to have paper Bibles, Yasharala. Just in case. The internet goes down. You can read your Bible on paper. Don't be so reliant on this man's technology. Because this man's technology don't always work. Alright? Revelation 2 and verse 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are JEWs and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You see? And that's who, rules, who's at the top of Esau Edom's pyramid of hierarchy, is these Amalekites. all right, who call themselves JEWs. Every one of these guys here calls themselves a JEW, all right, but they just converted to Judaism. That doesn't make you uh, uh, your nationality of a JEW. You see? So uh, let's go to verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. What is these prisons? These concentration camps, man. These FEMA camps, man. All right, which, they're going to turn the Walmarts into concentration camps. It says, "And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." You see? So, hey, when we come back, we're going to come back glorified, man. With all power. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to destroy this wicked ass kingdom off the face of the earth. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. You of the hopeful elect out there. All right. Oh, and let's read verse 11. It says, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death." We know the second death is the thermonuclear destruction of this place called America, also known as Babylon the Great, the whore. This place is going to be destroyed by 200 million nuclear missiles. And those of you that are 2/3, you Edomites, you nations that are here, you're all going to be burned and tortured. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that. All right? But those of us that get martyred, those of us that stay faithful to the end, that do not take this MOTB, which are going to be you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, who believe, who are the remnant of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you so-called, you hopeful elect, right? Which the scriptures call you the hopeful elect, right? You get the 144,000, and then the rest of the elect, which is 1/3 in America, and also the small remnant around the world, okay, of our people. Those are the ones who are going to get saved out of this destruction, all right, and out of our captivities, man. So we don't have to keep working for this damn devil. We don't have to keep going to him for food, for water, to build a fucking house. You got to get permits, permission, and you got to pay all this fucking money, man. With the amount of work it takes for me to buy one house, to make enough money, to save enough money to buy one house, I could have built 100 houses, man. This is fucking robbery. You see? But most people are simple-minded and they can't see that, man. But it's all good. All right, let's get Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Let's see if this is working right about now. All right, good. We'll just go to this one. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1, it says, "Woe," which means destruction, "unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." What's the decree? Let's get it. An official order issued by a legal authority. And that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And have they not prescribed grievousness on paper? Right here, saying that if you're of Hispanic descent, you're labeled a T. If you live in Oklahoma, which is going to spread everywhere, man. Just like everything else they're doing, it spreads. Starts in one spot and it spreads. All right, if you're a member of a criminal gang, which, that's wishy-washy, because they could just call you a gang. They could just say, oh, this group of people teaching contrary, or teaching that JEWs are not the people of the Lord, or whatever. Oh, they're going to single you out as a gang, and they're going to say, oh, and they're of Hispanic descent too. All right, now I know this is more relating to whatever drugs, but that's where it starts. Yashra, it starts there, and then it intensifies. They start adding more shit to it. They start basically making shit up and using this as an excuse. See, before the so-called white man does anything, he always puts it on paper, or he tells you he's gonna do it. These damn devils, man. All right, and what does the scripture say? It says destruction unto them. You see? And it's also not just these peon so-called white people on the side of the road smoking a cigarette, but, you know, especially these devils sitting in high places, man, with a golden toilet, marble floors, all right? You know, drinking blood every day. All right, these people got more money than heart could wish. They could burn $1 billion and laugh about it. You know, meanwhile, our people, you know, we working ourselves to death just to be able to live in a cardboard box. You know, which is what these apartments that we live in are. They're just a bunch of cardboard boxes, man. Like the one brother made out a video saying you got to work 3 jobs to live in a cardboard box. You know, it's fucked up, man. Let's go to Psalms 64. And we're going to go start with verse 1. And it reads, "Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy." All right, and we know who the enemies are pursuant to Psalms 83. I believe it's Psalms 83. Yup, there's the tumult, and there's Edom, which is Esau, in verse 6. So y'all could read through this psalm. It tells us who the enemies are. All right, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer, preserve my life from the enemy, from fear of the enemy. That's why the scriptures say, do not fear what they will do to you. Be faithful unto death. So we only need to fear Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. That's it, man, because Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is the one controlling the so-called white man. Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, these are the people sitting down at a council, plotting our destruction, plotting to do all type of heinous things against us, man, who have been keeping us down as a nation ever since they, you know, for the longest time, man. All right, these are them, the so-called ILLUMATI, or whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying, man. This word right here. But we got to be careful with the algorithms, because then, you know, they try to take stuff down and shit. You know, that's them. Okay? That's them, man. They're the ones doing all this shit. So anyway, that's what this psalm's going into. The secret council, because they sit down at a round table and they plot shit. Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. These are the bitter words that they're using to shoot at us. All right? You Hispanics out there, you are T's. You see? That's the bitter words. And they're going to label us that. So why? So that they could, and I think it's going into effect November 2024. But basically it's so that, you know, they're going to have law enforcement after us, the military, fucking regular Joe Blows out there. Because, you know, if you kill a so-called T, you don't go to jail. You're labeled as a hero, man. So everybody going to be after the people of the Lord, man. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Yep, because they set up their governors, who are puppets, to write this as if this man wrote it himself. No, we know who wrote it. You wrote it. You wicked ass elite banking families of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You're the one who are writing all these laws, man. And the Lord's exposing you right about now, man. Ain't nothing you can do to run away from your judgment. You could pretend like you didn't write it. You could shoot rockets up at the, you know, during the time of the eclipse. You could try to escape this planet or go to the bottom of the ocean. The Lord's going to get you, man. You people have no hope, you Edomites. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And who's the perfect? The remnant of the Israelites who believe in this truth. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Yep, because they're going to come down with great wrath, man. Like the scriptures have said. They're going to come down with great wrath knowing that they have but a short time. It says they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares, which is a trap, right? Laying traps privily, which means privately. They say, who shall see them? Well, guess what? We see you, motherfucker. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, we see you, man. It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. You see, it's deep. All right, most people will see this and just be like, oh, they're just racist. Man, it's the left, it's the right, it's you gotta vote people in and out, vote. There's no voting, man. All right, this is all prophecy, man. It has to come to pass. All right, for those that are simple. And it says, yep, and it's very deep, yep. Which is why they make these separate laws to make the green light for them to attack Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians to single us out. All right. But they do it in a way that the masses think that, oh, it's justified because, crime and, the migrants are coming over here because the left doesn't know what they're doing. Stupid shit like that people got in their head thinking it's all about politics. No, motherfucker. Politicians is just puppets for the elite. The elite are doing all these things, man. And really it's the Lord. But you see, it's this the way they do it is so sneaky that you have to have the Lord. The Lord has to be with you for you to see these things, man. For you to be able to get saved from these things. Because, the world is going to see this and they just going to go on TikTok and keep watching shorts. They'll be like, oh, that sucks. Glad I don't live there. And that's it. And if they live there, they might get mad and say some cusses and be like, motherfuckers and blah, blah, blah. And they might go grab a beer, talk shit with their friends, and then forget about it the next day. But we're out here warning the hopeful elect, man. Get ready, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is about to force Esau to stop being a pussy and get on with it already, man. And he's going to get on with it. And they're going to have to implement, they're going to have to force the MOTV eventually, man. They can't keep kicking the can down the road. It says, but power shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And that's what's going to happen, man. The Lord's going to destroy them. And, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to go into, Yasharallah. They labeling the Northern Kingdom. And, of course, you got a lot of so-called black people in the comments. They kind of pissed off that you so-called Hispanics have not gotten with the program already. Yeah, man. Now you Hispanics are going to learn that, they hated us all along too, man. So you Hispanics out there, you got to stop thinking that you're crackers, man. You ain't so-called white. It don't matter. Even if you look like a so-called white man, you're colored, man. All right, through the seed line of your father, you're an Israelite, man. So you got to understand that they look at you just like they look at the so-called black man, like their enemy. All right? And of course, those of you that are already in this truth have known this for years, man. But or however long you've been in the truth. But yeah, stay circumspect out there, Yasharallah. Keep your head on a swivel. And above all, fear Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And continue to do that which is pleasing unto him. So until next time, I pray that lesson was edifying. Shalom.